Hey friends, this is Ellie and this is a podcast called Let's Talk About It. So let's. I am actually doing this from my couch today. So we're going to start out like we do every time with a mental health check-in. Do I look crazy? Probably. My camera is not that good. So mental health check-in today. I'm feeling pretty off. My brain feels pretty foggy. I feel like I'm in like a funk, like a haze kind of. Like everything is happening around me, but I'm not really here experiencing it. I don't really know how else to describe it. This feeling is pretty much the basis of this episode. So if you want to leave your own little mental health check-in, you can leave it in the comments of this YouTube video now that I have some video on YouTube, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, on RSS, or if you're listening to this on Spotify. I think my stuff is now on Spotify. You can leave me a comment and rate it there. So anyway, like I was saying, this feeling of being pretty off is the basis of this episode. Feeling off and not knowing how to navigate it and explain it close to you, to those that are close to you, is really what I want to talk about. But mostly I want to talk about me and everything that I'm going through. So sometimes it's easier to explain or describe how we're feeling inside, and other times we just feel pretty off and overwhelmed or just different than our baseline, and I'm definitely feeling that. It's really hard to pinpoint the exact cause of what's going on. So I've tried to do like a mind and like a body scan to try and determine what's going on, why am I feeling so weird, why am I feeling so off. And so I sit and I've tried to like ask myself some questions, just like run through everything that's been going on and like what could possibly be making me feel like shit, you know? So am I tired? Do I need sleep? Do I need to sit down? Do I need to rest? Yes, I definitely need that. Do I have time to do that? No. Is it contributing to my mental health? Yes, for sure. Does anything hurt? Am I sore? Did I like pull something? My back hurts right now. I slept kind of weird, but I don't think that that's why I'm feeling so weird. What have I eaten today? Am I eating balanced meals? Today, what time is it? It is currently 11:11. Make a wish. Okay. Today, it is 11 o'clock, so I haven't really eaten today. I was going to say I haven't eaten much today. I haven't really eaten today. I had a Kit Kat out of the Easter candy. Ooh, heart rate's a little high. I'm a little nervous. So I had a Kit Kat. I just had a cup of coffee that I can see sitting over there. It's almost empty, but it's probably cold and gross by now. Yeah, my dogs had me up pretty early this morning, earlier than I had intended. I woke up at 8. Which I guess is not that early. It's pretty normal for me. But I haven't been getting the best sleep recently because yesterday was Wednesday and I had clinical yesterday, so I had to be up early to drive there. And the day before that, I also had clinical. That was Tuesday, and I drove like maybe the majority of the way there, and I was not feeling it. I could not do it. I wasn't feeling great. So I ended up turning around and going home. So technically I did have like a rest type of day on Tuesday. Oh my god. It's Friday. I don't even know what day it is. So my last episode came out yesterday, but I figured I'm feeling pretty ick right now, so I'm going to record this earlier so that I'm ahead. I don't have to be too stressed about releasing an episode for next Thursday. Anyway, so the point of the story is Tuesday, which is actually a couple of days ago. I did have more of like a rest type of day because I didn't go to clinical because I just was not feeling well. But I didn't really rest that much. I did some schoolwork. I did some stuff around the house. I ran a couple errands. This is not the point of what I was talking about. So anyway, have I eaten today? No. Am I going to eat today? Yes. At some point, I will eat today. And I'm not really eating balanced meals or meals really in general. They're more like little snacks throughout the day because I think I'm just so stressed that like it's making me feel sick, which is a common theme in my life. So, I mean, am I eating enough to feel fueled to continue going on? Probably not. How's my hygiene? I usually like revert back to this, like, do I feel gross because I am gross? Do I stink? Maybe. But today, I don't stink today. I took a shower this morning before I went to an appointment that I had this morning. So it's definitely not that. Usually when I'm feeling pretty gross, mentally, I'm looking kind of gross physically, and I don't look my best. I hate the way that I look. But I don't think it's that. What else? When was the last time I had some water? I'm not doing the best at drinking water recently. I have a pretty big jug, which is over there. I could go get it, but that means that I'll probably have to drink it. So I'm not doing the best at drinking my water. I've really been relying on coffee and energy drinks and soda to keep myself going, which is probably also contributing to how I'm feeling. What have I done today? Have I been like, well, before I was so busy, I would revert back to like, do I feel gross because like I haven't been productive today? Do I feel gross because I haven't gotten up or like gotten dressed or, done anything that will be like get me up and going? Do I feel like gross and lazy because I am being gross and lazy? Mm-hmm. Do I feel sick? Am I having any like physical symptoms that are making me feel down? I don't feel sick. Like I have an illness. I feel sick because I think I'm just so stressed that like I'm nauseous all the time. Then like mentally I'll like revert back to like, when did I start feeling like this? Did something trigger it? Was I doing something that made me like upset? Did somebody say something to me? What was I doing when this started? So like this time around, I started feeling pretty down on Tuesday when I was driving to clinical and abort mission, I can't go. I cannot sit and listen to everybody's mental health problems when I'm like feeling so mentally ill myself. So that's really when it started. And I can't really think of anything that like made me feel upset that like sent me into this like upset and depressed spiral. I wasn't really told any bad news on Tuesday. I wasn't really like ruminating on anything. So I can't really pinpoint anything that happened on Tuesday or like Monday or anything like that. I mean, Monday, I was at work and I had to stay later because there was so much going on. So I think I was like, I don't know if I was like extra stressed because it's the situations that were occurring on Monday night at work. Like it's something that I deal with anyway pretty frequently. So I'm not really sure if that was it. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I was recording. But I think I was more like frustrated that Like, all of these things were happening, and I was left, like, kind of to deal with it. Not necessarily alone, but I have a really good rapport with the people that were having issues at work, so I was being requested. So I felt extra stretched thin, and so I had, like, all of the counselors and, like, the other nurses were like, this person is asking to talk to you. They won't talk to anybody else. They won't calm down unless they talk to you. Well, I'm tired, and I don't really have the mental bandwidth to talk to them and, like, take that on. Whatever. So that, I mean, maybe. So I didn't really get the best sleep. I work about, like, when I'm driving there, it's about, like, 25 to, like, 30 minutes. But when I'm driving home, it's usually about, like, 20 minutes, maybe, for me to drive home. But, so I usually leave it around, like, 11:30 from work, and I'll get home right before midnight. But I didn't leave work until, like, 12:30-ish. And I didn't get home until, like, right before 1. And then I had to be up at 5 to drive to clinical in the morning. So I think that like, that lack of sleep, the lack of, like, good sleep, really, like, pushed me over the edge. So, I mean, maybe it was that. I don't know. Nothing has really changed in my life recently. Everything is really just the same. I go to work. I do my schoolwork. Oh my god. My dog is so cute. They're both sitting on this beanbag. I'm gonna flip this around and show you. Can you see them? Oh my god. They're so cute in a little sunshine. Anyway, so yeah, everything is, like, really the same. I go to work, I do my schoolwork, I go to clinical, I come home. Everything is the same. And maybe that's it. Maybe I need some, like, variety in my life. I don't know. But nothing's really changed. Not really recently. I don't know. I guess, like, the only thing that's really changed in my life is my girlfriend she was accepted to this new job. I don't know if that's the right terminology. But yeah, she just took a job with the sheriff's department, and she has to go away for this 19 weeks to the training or whatever. Monday through Friday. His weekend's off, but it's, I don't know where people are listening from, but it's in State College, Pennsylvania, which is, it's a drive. It's a while. So I don't know. She says that she would come home on weekends, but at this point, I don't know what my next clinical is going to look like, or if I'll be working. My work schedule is going to stay the same. I'm not sure. But right now I'm working every weekend, so I really won't see her anyway. And that, I mean, I think that definitely, like, upsets me, because I'm a big, like, quality time, physical touch type of person for my love languages, and I feel like that's really gonna affect that. So maybe, I mean, that upsets me, but it's in the future, and I'm trying not to focus on it right now. What else is in my little body-mind scan? Something been, like, occupying my mind or my time or my mental energy? Have I been, like, ruminating on it? Not really. It's really just all the same stuff. How are my relationships doing? When was the last time I spent quality time with, like, my close relationships? My closest relationship, really, at the moment, is my girlfriend, and we don't really get to spend a whole lot of time together with her work schedule and my work schedule. We work opposite shifts, I guess. She works in the morning, and I work, obviously, in the evenings and every single fucking day. So we don't really get to spend too much time together. unless it's like during the weekend and in the morning before I go to work, which really is not enough time for me. It's never enough. As far as like my parents, I don't really feel that close to them, which is kind of sad. I don't really talk to them that much, but Easter is coming up on Sunday, and I'm going to brunch in the morning to see them. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Don't talk about that. How's my home life is one of my needs lacking. I think we like kind of touched on that like my quality time need is lacking. My relaxing time is like lacking. What else? Am I enjoying what I'm doing? I like my job. I think that, I'm really good at my job. I think that I'm liked at my job. So yeah, I mean, I like it. It's stressful to be working all the fucking time, but whatever. I don't know. So the uncertainty of like what is causing what I'm feeling can feel so overwhelming, and like I'm frustrated because I don't know why I feel so shitty. So for me, I really think that it's just like everything that's going on. The lack of quality sleep, the stress, the just being so busy all the time and like always being go, 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 and not having like a break ever. And not like making time for me. So this is my time for me. So welcome to my me time. And not feeling like really connected to people. I think lately I've been like so hung up on the things that I used to enjoy doing and all the time that I had to enjoy those things, and now I can't enjoy them because school and work have taken over my life. I don't know. Like as a kid, and even like into high school, I was going to the beach so frequently. My vacations were like amazing. I mean, I was going on like 4, 5, 6 times to the beach over the summer. And vacations are something that I really look forward to. Something like relaxing, time on the beach, getting tan and laughing and reading and just like enjoying my time off. So, and I don't know, since entering true adulthood, which we can touch on my false adulthood in a separate episode because I keep saying that. I will get to it when I'm more comfortable. We'll touch on it later. I feel like I don't have any time to like do enjoyable things, especially since school is a thing. I have a summer semester in school that's coming up that's quite literally the entire summer. And this isn't like a new thing. Like last year, I also had a summer semester, but I didn't have clinicals. So I could be at the beach, oh God, and like still get my work done. I'll just bring my like books and computer and stuff. So it's different now that I have clinicals. I'm like required to spend the 11 hours per week at clinical, even in the summer. So it just pretty much takes vacation like off of my plans. I've also been like really thinking about how difficult my life and schedule is going to be when my girlfriend is away for work. I'll be responsible for the house and for the dogs and like taking care of myself. And I feel like I'm going to feel so, sorry, my back is killing me. I feel like I'm going to feel so guilty leaving them every day and like just like leaving them here for hours because I mean at this point I'm working every day. I feel like I keep saying this. Do you know how many days I work? Every day! I work every day. And then, like, my one dog is going to be in her crate all day, and my other dog is going to be in my room all day. And, like, I feel so guilty. Like, I feel so bad. But I also don't have, like, the financial ability to, like, hire someone to come over and, like, take them outside or, like, just sit with them or, like, put them into, like, a doggy daycare, which, like, really wouldn't be feasible because, like, at this point because I work evening shifts, and I feel like most doggy daycares are like closing. Like you have to come get your dog by like 6. And I'm I don't know. I just like I can't do that. And then I can't put them in like a dog boarding place because that would also be cruel. So like I don't know. I just it's stressing me out. And I have to try and not focus too much on it because it's not the reality right now. Stay in the present and thinking too far into the future. And like, I know that my girlfriend and I will come up with a plan and we'll figure it out. Speaking of my girlfriend, we have been together for coming up on 5 years on April 10th, and that's exciting. This is my longest relationship ever, and for sure, my end game. And something that, we do and like we enjoy together is fishing. She really got me into fishing at the beginning of our relationship. And it's something now that like I enjoy. Like I get a high when I'm catching something. Like the adrenaline is like insane for me. Something that every time that like I catch like a good fish, not just like a little dinky boo. I'm like, oh my god, I need a Xanax. Like I'm so like I'm shaking. I'm like so excited. And it's something that like I'm chasing. And it's like kind of weird and like kind of spooky to like say out loud, and like maybe it doesn't make sense to people. But it's not me like chasing a high brought on by like catching like a stupid fucking fish that I'm just gonna throw back a couple seconds later. It's pretty funny. Anyway, I think that I'm probably overthinking, which is a specialty of mine. You'll learn that I probably won't get to do much of like fishing and like going to the beach and like doing things that I'm gonna enjoy and like things for me with like work and school and clinical and my girlfriend being away. And it's like, I think like thinking about it like gets me down. My girlfriend's family has a mountain house that's on a lake, which has become like one of my happy places. Like a lot of my core happy memories are there. So like my girlfriend and I like will get up and like have some coffee, and we'll go out on the boat with the dogs and fish for hours, and it's a lot of fun. So it's like I hold on to those like feelings and like the joy that I feel when I talk about it when I'm feeling so down. And I think that it's like something that like I'm holding on to. I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, it's like anticipatory like joy that I'll get with like the weather's getting nice and like I'm gonna get to fish. And like we even like have found like cute little places around our house that like we drive to and like we'll fish like little ponds and things like that. But this kind of feels like these feelings and memories kind of feel like tainted and like not real, since it probably won't happen much, if at all, this summer. So that kind of sucks and makes me feel kind of down. I think that also constant stress from like work and school is feeding into this like burnout feeling. So as I continue to reflect, I know that it's crucial to like carve out me time. It's just difficult to do that right now with my current schedule. And also like I feel so guilty requesting time off and like using my paid time off for work when I know that like staffing is not the greatest, and like when I'm there, when I'm working, which is again like every freaking day. Ooh, here goes the lighting. I feel like I experience like how stressed I am when we're not staffed great, and like I'm there every day. So if I'm taking off, who the fuck is working? You know? And it's really funny because my New Year's resolution for this year of 2024 was to say no more and be more comfortable saying no. And I have not been so good at holding up to this. I've been so flexible with my work and like switching shifts and picking up shifts and staying later or coming in earlier to accommodate other people. But they don't do it for me. Ooh, and the lighting's back. But I know that saying no will be beneficial to my mental health. Like, no, I cannot switch shifts, or like, no, like I can't work longer than I'm originally scheduled. So I need to be better at like listening to my body and my head when it comes to like my body is like screaming that I need to take a break. So I don't know. I need to take more time to like find a balance between like being a loyal employee and being a team player to like prioritizing me. Boundaries. I need to set boundaries. Boundaries, mans. You gotta set them. So again, like back to like my first episode with like burnout, like I gotta do better. I gotta be better. What else? I also have 2 dogs, which you saw. They're so cute. And that they can definitely compromise and like complicate my relaxation time. They are so needy. I'm sure you've heard them in the background of previous episodes. They're eating, they're ringing the bell to go out, or they're just being absolutely insane. So if I was to want to go away and like take off work to like go do something for a few days, I then have to like put them into boarding or like find someone to watch them. It's like having children. It's worse than having children. I can't take them with me. I could take a child with me. I'm not going to be happy if I take this child with me. But that's so shitty to say. Look, I'm trying. But it's like having children. My cat, on the other hand, is self-sufficient. He literally does not give a shit. He will come cuddle with you sometimes, and then he's like, I'm going to go lay in the window now and watch the birds. And I'm just going to shit into this box, and when you get to it, you get to it. If you leave some extra food out for me, I'll be good for a couple days. And that's nice. He's great. His name is Bean. He's so cute. Maybe he'll come out at some point. Probably not. But maybe he will. Oh, speaking of dogs, this is going to be hard. I pretty recently found out that my childhood dog that I had at my mom's is going to be put down on April 2nd. I'm not sure when this episode is coming out, but it'll probably be after the fact. So this has also kind of been weighing, on my mind. I have not seen her in so long, which is a whole other story. But basically, I moved out of my mom's house in 2014 and moved in with my dad and stepmother for reasons that are way too complicated to not be its own episode, which maybe we'll talk about. I don't know. But I saw her later that year in 2014. I think like Christmas of 2014 was the last time that I saw her. Not my mom. I visited my mom. But the dog, that is. Her name's Ivy. She's really cute. She's a cute little white dog. She looks like a little crusty white dog now that she's with this other lady. But she was cute and fluffy. So anyway, I saw her later that year when I visited I'm pretty sure it was Christmas. But my mom picked up and moved states without warning and took Ivy with her. So I guess, I guess having the dog was a lot for her with everything that she was going through in that time. So my mom gave her to one of her friends who has now also moved away. So Ivy's been with this lady for years. And now Ivy's going to be 16, which is like a miracle, honestly. When my mom and I first got her, she was flown in from Texas and was definitely like way too young to like be away from her mom and like on an airplane. So like she was so sick. So we weren't really sure if she was going to make it. So making it to 16 is like, what the fuck? You're still kicking? That's crazy. And she's lived like such like a good and like full life. It's really funny, actually. When she lived with me and my mom, on our front door we had like a magnetic like curtain rods kind of to like go over. There was like a window and like nobody needs to see in the house. But like we had like a sheer kind of like white curtain, but like the bottom was like just tall enough that like Ivy could like, I'm gonna demonstrate it for you. She was like able to like put her paws up and she looked like a little ballerina on her little bar. And it's actually really funny because my mom's friend, who she gave Ivy to, is actually like a ballet teacher. And so Ivy, we would get pictures of Ivy in ballet class. And so it was like she had to like live out her little dream of being a ballerina. But I think like learning that she is old and like coming to terms with that and like really understanding like how long it has really been is hard because like I really thought it felt like she was my dog. I asked for her. I found her online. I was like, I want this dog. My mom was like, yeah. So it really felt like she was my dog. And then to have my mom take her with her when she moved states away and like not be able to see her when I wanted. To then have her give her to her friend who then moved even further away from me. And like, I don't know this lady. It's my mom's friend. I don't know. It's like it already feels like kind of like a loss. So now she's kicking the bucket. She's not doing well. Her legs are not good. She's like, doesn't eat unless like you hand feed her. It's hard. So anyway, my mom's friend told my mom that, you know, she was hoping that like Ivy would just like die in her arms and like, so I don't, that's kind of cruel. I mean, like she's really struggling. But I guess she settled on, like, if it doesn't happen before April 2nd, then, like, I have an appointment on April 2nd, and, you know, we'll put her down. So I think that, like, I'm really struggling with the fact that, like, this was my dog, and I'm not gonna be there for, like, her last day, her last hour, her last moment. Like, I won't get to be there for her. And when she was there for me through, like, so much. So I think that's really going to be hard. But my mom's friend said that she would FaceTime my mom and I so that, like, we would be there, kind of. But I don't know if it's going to make me feel better or if it's going to, like, make things so much worse to, like, watch. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I think that I would regret not being a part of it. It's heavy. I don't know. So I think it's just like, it's kind of a lot overall. So all in all, even if we can't like explain the emotions or like what's really causing the strange feelings, I think that we can still try and take actions to combat it and like get back to feeling in reality and like real. So I definitely want to focus and get better at like setting boundaries and prioritizing myself and my time, but also like communicating my needs better so that, you know, like when I'm saying I'm not all right or like I'm really stressed or whatever, people actually hear me. I'm not really sure how to do that differently at the moment, but maybe I just have to like scream it in their face, like, I can't do this, I'm gonna keel over. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, but feeling off is like totally human. So remember to take time to rest, reach out for help if it's getting too tough, and reflect on what's going on. Maybe do your own like mind and body scan to try and figure out what's going on. Definitely try to tune into your needs. You're not alone. I love you. I'm here for you. And it's okay to take care of your mental health. So thanks for listening to me rant about all the things that are killing me inside. Take care of yourself, and until next time, bye!